Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Vogue and Loafers, and I'm Becca. Today I have a video for you guys on my foundation routine. I think that I've kind of got my foundation routine down to a pact. I do not have the worst skin in the world. I definitely don't even think I have bad skin. I do have a little bit of insecurity with my under eye circles, but again, that could be easily cured with some concealer. But yeah, when I wear makeup, I pretty much wear this routine because I think that although it may be a lot of products, it definitely looks natural. I don't feel, and I've been told that I don't look like I'm wearing foundation, and that's a good thing. And I also like that my skin looks very dewy. Now, all the products that I use are particularly for oily skin. So I do use products that mattify me, and I do use products that keep in oil, and then add the highlight where I want it to be. So I try to counteract the oil and then place the highlights where I think are best, like my cheeks, because I'm not oily there. So I kind of think this is a cool tutorial for people that have oily skin but still want to look dewy without looking like they're like sweating their face off, because I totally understand. My oily places are right here and on my lip, so weirdly enough, I don't know. But anyway, I hope this helps you guys who may have oily skin but still want to do a dewy look, or just people that want a dewy skin. And I think that mine, I don't know, I think it's cool. I also found a couple of products from the drugstore that I think would be awesome for people with oily skin. I also think I found a couple products from the drugstore that could help with highlighting, because I've been on a search. And the drugstore has like little to none highlighters for people that want like a golden highlight, because most of the things that I've seen are like highlight and blush or highlight and bronzer, and there's not a lot of highlights. So as you can see in the video, I'm using the Magic Lumi. I use this as a primer and as a liquid highlighter on top of my cheeks. And then I found this. Now this you have to be light-handed with because it is very pigmented. It's the L'Oreal Infallible Iridescent Finish Hourglass Beige color, and it just looks like this. Now I swatched it in the video, but it is super pigmented, as you can see. But if you just lightly tap this and put on your cheekbones, it makes the most beautiful highlight, and I love it. So I just wanted to give this an honorable mention. And yeah, so let's hop into the tutorial because I am talking too much. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm going to start off with a clean face using makeup remover wipes and a cleanser. These are just two of my favorites, and I repurchase them all the time. Next, I'm going to moisturize my face with the Skin Balancing Moisturizer by Mineral Fusion. I talked about this in my last video, so I won't go into it too much, but this stuff is great under makeup because it is not oily at all, and it just makes your face feel so hydrated. It's like drinking like 5 glasses of water, I swear to God. Next, I'm going to use the Porefessional by Benefit. This is just fantastic, but on top of that, I'm going to put that just on my nose and the places where I get oily, because this will just lock in all that oil and make sure that my makeup doesn't move anywhere. Next, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Magic Lumi Primer, and although it may seem excessive to use 2 primers, I use this on everywhere else that I didn't put the Porefessional, and basically all the parts that I want to highlight. So I concentrate most of it on my cheeks, but I do put a little bit on my chin and my forehead. I'm going to use the Revlon ColourStay Whip Foundation. This stuff is awesome. I got it in warm golden, but I freaking love it. You only have to use a little bit, and I'm using it on a Morphe 442 brush, which is disgusting, so don't mind that. But I'm basically putting this all over my face. You literally have to use like the thinnest layer because it is super thick, because it is a whip foundation. But yeah, once you blend it out, it's a better coverage than you'll think, even if you're only using a few dabs of it, but it is really great. I think you should definitely check it out if you are oily or matte. I guess it doesn't really matter. This stuff is just good all around. Next, I'm going to use the Revlon ColourStay Concealer in medium. I'm stupid because I held that upside down, but I'm just going to put this under my eyes and any spots that are like blemished or red. This is basically the exact same color as my skin tone, so I'm not using it to exactly highlight, but to cover all the imperfections before I go in and highlight with concealer. I'm going to take this NYX Above and Beyond Full Coverage Concealer, and I'm pretty sure this is in C4 Beige or something like that. Anyway, I'm just going to take this on my fingers and kind of do a triangular motion underneath my eyes, and this is quite a bit lighter than my skin tone, so it is going to highlight that area. This doesn't have the best coverage, I feel, on its own, so I do use this as a highlighter rather than a concealer, and because it is cream, it does remind me almost of a cream highlight under the eyes. I don't know, it's pretty good, but I wouldn't recommend it as a full concealer. I'm going to use the NYC Smooth Skin Powder, and this isn't translucent. I'm using it on a Real Techniques contour brush, and I'm just putting this under my eyes quite heavily because it is a translucent powder. It kind of helps brighten up that under eye area, and it will make sure that that color does not move, and it sets it all in place so that your eyes look nice and all that stuff. Then I'm going to use a Quo blush brush. This is kind of gross and dirty, I'm sorry. But then I'm using the same powder just to set the rest of my face, and I'm doing this way lighter than I did under my eyes. I'm going to take the Rimmel Sun Kissed Sun Shimmer something thing on a Real Techniques Kabuki brush and bronzing up my face. I am not contouring with this. I'm just using the bottom of the brush as a guideline, but I am just bronzing all around my face with this product. Next I'm going to take Hoola, and my package broke and it's so sad. I'm very upset about it. I'm going to take it on that brush that comes with it because I think it's awesome, and I'm going to contour with this because it is the perfect shade for contouring, especially on my skin tone. I'm just going to use this on my cheekbones and make my face look super chiseled. Oh yeah. For blush, I'm going to use this really pretty one by Sleek called Flush. I got this at IMATS when I went, and I just love the fact that it's red, honestly. Oh my god, did you see that? I literally almost dropped my blush, and I almost had a heart attack. Anyway, this is one of my favorites because it is a red tone blush, and I love warm tones on the cheeks. I just think it looks super pretty, and like you just walked in from a cold day, and I love that look. I'm going to take the L'Oreal Magic Lumi again, and I'm just going to put the littlest, tiniest amount on my finger, and like almost stipple this on my cheekbones. I'm basically using it as a liquid highlight. It looks so beautiful and iridescent as a liquid highlight, but I'm using this as a base for my powder highlight that I'm going to be using in a second. My powder highlight I was talking about in the beginning of this video, as you can see, so pigmented. This is Hourglass Beige by L'Oreal. I'm using this as a powder highlight, and I find it works best with your fingers because then it does come off iridescent and not powdery and chunky. So I do use my fingers to slide this on my cheeks, but either way, it is freaking beautiful. And I put a little bit on the front of my cheeks as well, so when you smile, you get that nice, beautiful glow. And voila, you're finished. This is the final look, and I freaking love it. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. I am really happy with the way my skin turns out when I do this foundation routine. I don't know, I love it. Also, another honorable mention is if you guys don't use the ColourStay foundation, I think it is fantastic. It stays on all day, and yeah, it's wonderful. I love it. Anyway, all the stuff will always be linked down below along with my blog, which is brokenloafers.wordpress.com. And yeah, don't forget to check out the description. Comment down below if you try this foundation routine out and if it works for you. And I'll see you guys next week.